Florida, California, and New York. Same country, three completely different ways of living. Today we're comparing them side by side, from taxes and home prices to weather, lifestyle, and a few fun facts you may not know.
And we're not going to give you the boring version. We're talking about the differences that can genuinely affect your day-to-day life and your finances. California and New York, we love you, but this comparison may get a little competitive.
So let's start with one of the biggest differences.
Hi, I'm Danielle with Danielle Gladding & Co. Realty. I came to Sarasota as a child, and I've been helping people buy and sell homes here since 1981. More importantly, this is where I raised my family and built my life, and I still love living here.
And I'm Allison. I was born and raised right here in Sarasota, and Danielle is not just my business partner, she's also my mom. So when you work with us, you get both of us, and you get two different generations of local knowledge and experience. And if you enjoy learning about Sarasota and what it's really like to live here, subscribe and follow along. We share a new video every Sunday morning for anyone looking for a local's advice on the Sarasota area.
So let's start with one of the biggest reasons people call us: taxes. This is where Florida immediately stands out. Florida has no state income tax. California's highest state income tax rate is over 13%, and New York's is around 10.5%. If you live in New York City, you can also have city income tax added on top of that.
That can make a significant difference, especially for higher earners. In California, more than 1 out of every $8 could go towards state income taxes before federal taxes are ever even considered. In Florida, that simply doesn't happen.
Florida also has no state estate tax or inheritance tax. Of course, taxes go far beyond income. Sales tax, gas tax, property taxes, and other everyday expenses all contribute to the overall cost of living.
And sometimes it's not one dramatic expense. It's the smaller differences that add up over time and become much more noticeable after you move. We always want to include this important reminder as well. Everyone's financial situation is different, so please speak with your own CPA or financial advisor before making a move based on taxes alone. But when you compare the three states, Florida's lack of state income tax is clearly a major difference.
Here's a helpful local detail that many people don't know. In Sarasota, the DMV and Property Appraiser's office are in the same building. You can get your Florida driver's license, and then you walk across the hall to file your homestead exemption.
This is probably not the #1 priority on your to-do list, especially when you're moving from another state, but we always help to make sure our clients know what steps to take and where to go to do them. So for round one, taxes definitely go to Florida. Next up is the cost of buying a home, and this is often where people are surprised by what their budget can buy in different parts of the country. A typical home in California can cost around $800,000 or more, depending on the area and the report that you're looking at. New York can also be very expensive, especially once you get into New York City and the surrounding metro areas.
Now, we're not going to pretend Sarasota is inexpensive. Premier waterfront property here carries a premium, and there are good reasons for that. But when you compare Sarasota dollar for dollar with coastal California or metropolitan New York, the lifestyle and the type of property you can purchase can be very different.
Here, that budget may give you more living space, more land, possibly a pool, water views, or even boating access. In some markets, the same amount may buy a smaller home, a much longer commute, or possibly a condominium with limited outdoor space.
And then there are the property taxes. New York has some of the highest property taxes in the country. Florida's are generally more moderate, and qualifying homeowners can receive a homestead exemption on their primary residence.
There has also been discussion about potential changes to the Florida's property tax system. These ideas are still proposals, not settled law, so we'll continue to watch and we'll share updates as we learn more.
For round two, Florida offers a very compelling value, particularly when you compare the type of lifestyle your money can provide. And if you're starting to think Sarasota could be a good fit for you, download our free Sarasota Relocation Guide. We created it to answer many of the questions we hear from people preparing to move here, including information about neighborhoods, weather, lifestyle, and the cost of living.
The link is in the description below, and the guide is completely free. It's a great place to start, even if moving is only an idea you're still exploring.
Now let's talk about the weather. And to be fair, California does give Florida some real competition in this category. Florida is known as the Sunshine State, and Sarasota gets around 250 sunny days each year. We have warm weather, palm trees, gulf breezes, and winters that allow us to spend a lot of time outdoors.
Southern California also has beautiful weather, and nobody is doubting that. But California also deals with challenges like drought, wildfire, and earthquakes. And New York might have 4 distinct seasons, which are beautiful, but February is still February. It's cold and gray, and by that point, most people are ready for spring.
Florida does have a trade-off. Our summers are hot and humid, and June through November is hurricane season. We never minimize that. You prepare properly, you understand the area where you're buying, you carry the right insurance, and make informed decisions.
But for much of the year, the weather is exactly why people move here and why so many decide to stay. I'm definitely the one who wants to be out on the water. I love taking my dogs out on the boat, and I love doing it all year round. In many northern states, a boat may spend half the year wrapped up and waiting for warmer weather. Here, boating is a part of your everyday life.
So weather goes to Florida, but California certainly made it a closer round.
Now for my favorite part, some of the fun facts that make people stop and say, wait, really? Florida has more freshwater springs than any other state, with more than 700 throughout the state of Florida. Many of them are crystal clear and stay around 72 degrees all year round.
Florida is also an incredible destination for fishing. Whether you enjoy freshwater fishing, offshore fishing, or simply being around the water, it's a major part of life throughout the state.
Here's a Sarasota favorite, spring training baseball. Florida's Grapefruit League brings 15 Major League Baseball teams into the state each spring, and the Baltimore Orioles train right here in Sarasota.
So while parts of the country may still be dealing with snow in March, we can watch Major League Baseball outside in short sleeves.
Florida also has more golf courses than any other state. Even if you're not a golfer, many of our most beautiful communities and homes are located along golf courses and preserve views.
Then there's the wildlife. It's normal to see dolphins from the beach, manatees near docks during the cooler months, and spoonbills standing in the shallows.
I'll take dolphins and manatee cruises over the hustle and bustle of a subway any day.
Me too. Florida is also home to St. Augustine, the oldest continuously occupied European established city in the continental United States. It was founded in 1565, more than 50 years before Plymouth.
People often think about Florida as being completely new, but there really is so much more history here.
And Sarasota has its own incredible history. John and Mabel Ringling helped shape this community in the 1920s and 30s. And today, the Ringling Museum and the Cottazon remain two of the city's most recognizable cultural landmarks.
And here's one very simple lifestyle benefit: no shoveling snow.
In all the decades I've lived here, we've only seen a few rare flurries. When it happens, it's so major it becomes big news.
Around Sarasota, a winter emergency is usually realizing that you left your jacket at home.
And that really brings us to the biggest comparison of all, the lifestyle.
Some people assume moving to Florida means giving up on culture in exchange for better weather, but that really isn't true in Sarasota. We have the Sarasota Orchestra, the Sarasota Opera, the Sarasota Ballet, the Oslo Repertory Theater, the Ringling Museum, the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, Mote Marine Laboratory, and so much more.
For a city of this size, Sarasota has an extraordinary arts and cultural community. You don't have to choose between culture and sunshine. Here, you get to enjoy both. New York unquestionably has world-class arts, dining, and entertainment, but it also comes with higher costs, more crowds, colder winters, and higher taxes.
California offers an amazing coastline with plenty of creatures as well, but in many areas, the cost of entry continues to rise.
Florida gives you access to the water, outdoor recreation, culture, and a lifestyle that often allows you to keep more of what you earn.
And you don't need to live behind a country club gate to enjoy it. We have public golf courses, the Legacy Trail, public beaches, boating clubs, parks, and countless ways to spend your time outside. Here, being near the water isn't something you save for one vacation a year, it's just a Tuesday.
Over the years, I've watched so many people arrive from the Northeast, the Midwest, and the West Coast, carrying all the stress of their previous routine. Then, little by little, you see them slow down. They spend more time outside. They see their friends more often. They start enjoying the life they've worked so hard to build.
That's what people are really here looking for. It isn't only about buying more square footage, it's about creating a life that feels a little lighter, sunnier, and more enjoyable. And if you're starting to glance at homes here, use the most accurate site you can, daniellegladingco.com. It pulls straight from our local MLS and updates in real time. So you're not wasting your time looking at outdated listings you'll see on the big national sites. If a home is available, you'll see it, and if it's sold, it's gone.
And when you're ready to talk through your options, you can schedule a call with us directly through the website. When you reach out, you get both of us, and we take the time to understand what you're looking for.
So let's add it all up. Taxes go to Florida. When it comes to what your housing budget can buy, Florida makes a strong case. Weather goes to Florida, although California does make it competitive. And for lifestyle, Florida is pretty hard to beat.
Is Florida perfect? Of course not. Summers are hot, hurricane season is real, and every area comes with its own considerations. We will always be honest about the trade-offs and help you understand what to expect. The goal is to prepare properly, buy thoughtfully, and choose the community that truly works for your life.
California and New York, we love to visit, but Sarasota's home, and we're really happy that we live here.
If you're considering a move to Sarasota, reach out to us. We love getting to know the people who watch our videos, hearing what they're looking for, and helping them find the right part of our community.
And let us know in the comments where you're watching from and what has you thinking about Florida. Are you coming from California, New York, or maybe somewhere else? We read the comments and we'd love to hear your story.
We share a new Sarasota video every Sunday morning, so subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next one.
Thank you so much for watching and spending part of your day with us. We hope this gave you a better idea of what makes Sarasota such a special place to call home.
We'll see you next Sunday.
See you then.
Bye.